Good afternoon and welcome to koolNews at 4. Today is October 18, 2024, and here are the headlines. Let's get into the main headlines. Vice President Sara Duterte on Friday said she was used by the Marcoses in the 2022 elections to secure the win against former Vice President Leni Robredo. Duterte made the pronouncement as she shared in chronological order why she ran for Vice President in the 2022 elections. According to Duterte, it was in October 2021 when she received a call from Senator Amy Marcos asking her to vie for Vice Presidency with her brother, now President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., as her running mate. I said, "Why are you requesting me to run for Vice President now?" And I am happy that she was honest enough to say, "Because we will lose the Leni if you don't bring in the Visayans." Duterte said a mix of Filipino and English. It was very straightforward. It was all about winning. Sinabi nila sa akin, or she told me, she added. As if this meant she was used, Duterte responded in the affirmative. Nagamit, yes. Ko naman yun, she said. However, Duterte said that she was never forced to run, explaining that her decision to run for Vice President was very rational. In fact, Duterte even said that she did not regret bringing Marcos' running mate. "No, I don't regret running for Vice President, and I don't regret teaming up with him either," she said, adding that she was sure God had a reason for assigning her to the post. She also explained that running for Vice President allowed her to escape the scrutiny of politicians who were already gauging prospective candidates in the 2028 elections. Inquiry.net reached out to the President through Press Secretary Escar Chavez for a response to Duterte's claim, but the official replied, "No statement, no comment." Vice President Sara Duterte on Friday said the country is currently on the road to hell, as President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. does not know how to do his job as chief executive. Duterte made this pronouncement after claiming that she has been blamed several times for the current situation of the country because she chose not to run for president in the 2022 elections. "It's not my fault that we are on this road to hell," said Duterte in a town hall press conference with reporters. "The one sitting in the office doesn't know how to be the president? Is that my fault? No," she added. Duterte even cited Marcos' supposed ineffectiveness as a leader as one of the reasons why she left her post in his cabinet. "That's why I left the administration, right?" Duterte said. "I don't want it anymore. If he's your president, that's fine. I will just be vice president. I will only be number 2 in this country," she added. Another official of the Department of Education, DepEd, has evident that envelopes containing money, allegedly from the Education Secretary and incumbent Vice President Sara Duterte, also reached his office. During the hearing of the House of Representatives Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, former DepEd Bids and Awards Committee Head Director Rusty OCS said this after being asked by Manila Executive Secretary Representative Orlando Villarino about this issue. Villarino was referring to the issue raised by former Education Undersecretary Gloria Jumamil Mercado during the September 25 hearing that envelopes containing money supposedly from Duterte were given to her by Assistant Secretary Sunshine Farjada, which she believes was intended to influence her decision. Mercado was previously head of DepEd's procurement division. "And you play an important role because you were part of the BAC before, right? That oversees the DCP, or Digitalization and Computerization Program, Decomputerization. It's a flagship program of the DepEd. Is that correct?" Villarino asked, which OCS confirmed. "Just another question. Did you also receive envelopes from Ms. Shine Farjada, just like what you said Mercado said? Envelopes containing cash?" "All right, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, I must be candid about this. I must say I did, but I didn't know because I was new in the department. I thought it was a practice of the department. I thought, the very first time I encountered the matter, sir, was sometime in April of 2023, OCS replied. "I didn't know why I was summoned to the office of the ASEC Shine, and then I was given an envelope. And it was later on I found out that there was money in it, but it was not because I was a BAC member or whatever, because I was not at that time," OCS added. Villarino then asked OCS as to how many envelopes he got, because Mercado said that she got 9 envelopes worth 50,000 pesos each. In his case, OCS said that he was summoned to Farjada's office 4 times and that the envelopes contained just minimum amount, 12,000 pesos to 15,000 pesos. At that last hearing, Mercado said, as I remember, there were 9 envelopes amounting to 50,000 pesos cash, or each. "As far as you remember, up to when did you receive envelopes?" Villarino asked. "It started April 2023. I think it was until September of that year, but if I recall it right, I was only summoned about 4 times to the office," OCS said. four times up to September 2023. So in the last quarter po, you did not receive anything via no as a gift. Wala na po. I think it was something like between 12,000 pesos to 50,000 pesos, a very minimum amount, was just replied. Mercado, during Patangas Secretary District Representative Luis Ro's interpellation into September 2024, said that she felt the money was meant for her to act in favor of the past debt administration. Luis Ro's questions were prompted by Mercado's claims in her sworn affidavit that they were envelopes handed to her by Assistant Secretary Sunshine Farjada. Mercado said in her testimony that Farjada claimed it came directly from Duterte. Mercado testified that she was designated in February 2023 as head of the procuring entity or HOPE of DepEd, signing checks related to funds which at one point amounted to 37.5 million pesos. However, since her designation as HOPE, Mercado said that envelopes were handed to her by Assistant Secretary Farjada. Between February of 2023 to September 2023, I received a total of 9 envelopes labeled HOPE, my current position at DepEd during that time. These envelopes were handed to me mostly by Assistant Secretary Sunshine M. Farjada, which she says came directly from Vice President Duterte, Mercado said. What she would typically say as she hands the envelope, it would appear that I received this envelope by virtue of my office as HOPE. Attorney Farjada is the wife of Edward Farjada, who is the Special Disbursement Office, she added. However, Mercado said Duterte's Chief of Staff, Undersecretary Luis Lopez of the Office of the Vice President asked her to resign from office after she raised several concerns regarding the procurement for the agency's compensation program. This request from Lopez supposedly was born out of her opposition to former Education Secretary Reynald Munsayak's suggestion that bidders in the compensation program should just discuss among themselves the fate of the bidding. Furthermore, Mercado said other DepEd officials were asked to resign too. Mercado has not clarified why Munsayak asked bidders to discuss the bidding process among themselves, but the compensation program was a topic raised by lawmakers during DepEd's proposed 2025 deliberations at the House Committee on Appropriations. Duterte, however, said that Mercado is merely a disgruntled former DepEd official who was let go after consolidating 16 million pesos from a private company. Mercado, however, clarified that there was no money involved in that issue, adding that the issue raised by Duterte was actually an official government program assistance that would have allowed Duterte to contact teachers wherever she may be. And the police seized 6.8 million pesos worth of suspected shabu intended for sale during the Mascara Festival in Porok, Masinat Yahon, Barangay 12 in Balocot City at 12:54 p.m. on Thursday, October 17. Arrested in a bypass operation by the City Drug Enforcement Unit, operators was Darrell Demafiles, 33, tagged as a high-value drug personality. Recovered from him was a 1 kilogram shabu. The police said the suspect was arrested previously for illegal possession of drugs. Lieutenant Colonel Antonio Benitez Jr., CDEU head, said the illegal drugs came from Manila and were meant to be sold during the Mascara Festival. The suspect will face charges of violating the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. And finally, Vice President Sara Duterte on Friday said she already had a toxic relationship with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. even prior to the rift between them. According to Duterte, she realized this after candidly sharing to reporters that she caught herself imagining tanggalin Marcos' head. Duterte said the incident happened in a graduation event, which she did not specifically identify, wherein one of the graduates asked Marcos if he could get the president's watch as a graduation gift. Marcos said Duterte responded, "Why would I give you my watch?" At that point, I was already ill. I wasn't feeling well. I want to cut off his head. I realized toxic na your relationship, said Duterte in the press conference. It did not help na itong mga katabi ko, they laughed at the kid. And I saw the limitations sa face noon bata, she added. Duterte said she imagined telling Marcos that the kid he was talking to was a child who would be ready to die for the country and work hard for years to get where he was now. She also said that the graduate could have been part of the country's force in the West Philippine Sea, which she tagged as a fiasco. And then I will cut his head, Duterte again said candidly. It is now 4:11 in the afternoon, and we will get back into more national, international, and showbiz headlines when we return here on koolNews at 4. Stick around, we will be right back.
Kulang na yung pensyon ni Lolo. May dagdag pa kaya yan?
Tropa, paano ba magkaroon ng pensyon?
Yung interest sa SSS at GSIS, pwede kayang mas mababa.
10 years na akong teacher. May makukuha na kaya akong pensyon?
Para bawat tanong, may sagot. Para isulong ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga miyembro at pensyonado ng SSS at GSIS.
Para sa mas malakas at matibay na pension system.
SSS, GSIS, Pensionado Party List. Bawat Pilipino, dapat pensyonado.
Lampin Baby Diaper, ang lampin ng bayan from Megasop Hygienic Products. Available in open tape and baby pants.
Drink responsibly.
Bayad po!
Oh, sukli!
15 minus 40? Manong, 10 po dapat na sukli ko.
Talino activated sa tulong ng Talino Booster Formula for multivitamins, minerals plus lysine Nutroplex. With proper diet and exercise, bilis isip pa ang anak mo.
Unilab yan.
Multivitamins plus minerals plus lysine is the generic name of Nutroplex.
Maiinit na balita at issue, tatalakayin, bubusisiin, susolusyonan ni Manoy. Manoy Wilbert Lee, dito sa Ulat ni Manoy.
Ito po si Manoy Wilbert Lee. Kamakailan, may nasakoteng 2 milyong halaga ng smuggled na sibuyas sa Maynila at may 200 milyong halaga ng smuggled meat sa Bulacan. Sa harap ng talamak na gawain ito ng mga demonyo at kriminal, nananawagan tayo sa agarang pagpapatupad ng nalagdaan ng Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Act na tayo ang principal author sa pagpapanagot sa mga agri-smugglers, hoarders, price manipulators at cartel. Mapoprotektahan ang kabuhayan ng ating mga local food producers, maiengganyo silang pataasin ang ani, dadami ang supply at bababa ang presyo sa merkado. Sampulan at panugutin na ang mga pumapatay sa kabuhayan ng ating mga food security soldiers.
Hanggang sa susunod na ulat ni Manoy. Manoy Wilbert Lee.
Open cam, Donnie. Which shirt is better?
Malabo ka sa screen, Dad.
Baka malabong mata. Visit EO Executive Optical for state-of-the-art facilities and expert eye care.
Malinaw na, Dad. Ang wardrobe nyo, wala sa uso.
EO Executive Optical.
Love your eyes.
Namiss kita. Ikaw pa rin ang hinahanap-hanap ko. Alam ko you're still the one. Buti na lang, mas affordable na versus previous price. Ang best tasting creamer para sa kape mo. Coffee Mate.
Coco Martin po, certified Argentina corned beef lover. Kasi naman, ang hibla, malaman. Made with 100% real beef pa. At masarap talaga. Hinahanap-hanap kita. Sarap ng Argentina. Sa presyong abot kaya. Promise. Busog ang araw-araw ko. As part of 3 complete meals.
Hi, it's Solen.
And Nico Bolsico here.
My family is everything.
They mean the whole world to us.
They inspire us to be our best.
They are our #1 priority. When it comes to our water,
We prioritize exceptional. We only choose Nature Spring distilled drinking water. Distilled through a 12-step process that brings safe, world-class, high-quality drinking water.
is the only water we trust for our family.
After all these years, it's still only Nature Spring distilled drinking water.
May tanong si Simon Rodel. Pare, may insurance plan bang nagbibigay protection sa akin at nag-iipon para sa pag-aaral ng anak ko? Oo naman! Sa Sun Life Grepa, gets ka namin, sagot ka namin. Client can avail of Sun Life Grepa policies while in the Philippines.
Pare, alam mo ba pag may diabetes, humihina ang immune system. Kaya sabi ng mga pro, araw-araw mag-immune pro.
The only one with Zinc Plus technology. Kaya buo ang vitamin C at zinc at most prescribed by doctors. Tulungang palakasin ang immune system with proper diet and exercise. Magtiwala sa Pro. Immune Pro.
Unilab yan.
Sodium ascorbate plus zinc is the generic name of Immune Pro. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Ohio! Don't you love it when good mornings start like this? Then like this. And then, wait for it. A morning cup of soup? Yes, soup. Try new Ajinomoto Soup and Go and make it your new morning habit. Comes in creamy corn, creamy potato, or creamy pumpkin. Great with bread too. Ohio Soup and Go. Ajinomoto.
Yay! Konti na lang! Tapos na tong school project ko! Today pala deadline nito!
Lagot!
Bakit nga ba ako pumasok dito sa kusina?
Ano nga ba kukunin ko?
Nako po!
Incorrect password? Ano nga ba yung password ko?
Ano nga ba? Memo Plus Gold with Bacopa Monnieri Extract. Iba ang Brainy Good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ako ay tutula mahaba tungkol sa chocolate drink na malinamnam na abay sobrang sustansya pa. Tikman ang Mark Choco 9-in-1 plus 1 chocolate drink mix with stevia. Meron itong taurine, probiotics, omega-3 DHA at chlorella. Kasama din ng herbal extract na gotu cola, acai berry, cocoa at spirulina. May natural na pampatamis ito ay ang stevia. Kaya naman talagang masustansya. Ang herbal extracts ay mahusay na nakatutulong upang palakasin ang immune system ng ating katawan. Mark Choco 9-in-1 plus 1 chocolate drink mix with stevia. Available at leading grocery, drugstore and sari-sari store. Mark Choco 9-in-1 plus 1 chocolate drink mix with stevia. Chocolinamnam, healthy sa katawan.
Ay, bakit kaya may sakit na naman siya?
Mga kababayan, ang pagbabakuna ay subok, epektibo at ligtas na proteksyon na ating katawan laban sa mga sakit. Simula sa ika-7 ng Oktubre, sa pagtutulungan ng Department of Health at ng Department of Education, maaari nang makapagbakuna ng libre sa mga pampublikong paaralan. Sa isang bagong Pilipinas, bawat buhay mahalaga.
Pagsapit pa lang ng alauna, alam nyo na, JKS na! Samahan si Mark Corrales sa isang oras sa kwentuhan, kawanan at kung ano-ano man. Tuwing Sabado, pagsapit ng alauna ng hapon.
Magandang hapon po, it's gusto ko Sabado, JKS.
Sumama na sa kwentuhan sa GKS. Gusto ko Sabado! Dito lang sa nag-iisang hipili na Mark. Cool FM.
It's 4:19 in the afternoon and welcome back to koolNews at 4. Let's continue with the headlines. Vice President Sara Duterte has claimed that she has a list of impeachable offenses that could remove President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. from office. Si BBM or President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., sabihin ko sa inyo, may listahan ako ng 5 bagay na impeachable offense nila, pero sa tingin inyo, papasa dyan diyang sa House? Of course, hindi, di ba? She said in the press briefing on Friday. Duterte, however, did not disclose what these offenses were. Martin Romeo Altes, the incumbent Speaker of the House of Representatives, is accused of Marcos. Inquirer.net has sought a comment from the office of the President but has not received a response as of this Friday. The relationship between Duterte and Marcos has been strained for quite some time. In an interview in Lao last October 12, Marcos said he may have been deceived by Duterte after the latter publicly denied ever being friends with him despite running as a tandem in the 2022 elections. The Philippine Army's 203rd Infantry Brigade denied claims by forwards and human rights groups that an activist was abducted by soldiers in Laguna, asserting instead that she was a rebel who voluntarily surrendered. FOB Matias, who was a member of Anak Bayan from 2018 to 2022 before joining the New People's Army, voluntarily surrendered to the 203rd Infantry Brigade on September 28, 2024, it said in a statement on Thursday. Last Friday, the International Coalition for Human Rights in the Philippines said that Matias, a member of the Pisan Group, katipunan ng mga samahan mapupukit sa Timpok Kalugan, was on her way to consult with farmers in Laguna when soldiers allegedly took her to a military camp last September 28. The 203rd Infantry Brigade said Matias denied that she was an organizer for the group, adding that she also stated that she is a member of the New People's Army operating in the island of Mindoro. Her surrender was facilitated by Job David, a former rebel who surrendered sometime in September 2023, and FOB's boyfriend while she was still with the armed organization. Job got in touch with FOB's mother, Mrs. Miriam Matias, after his surrender with the intent of convincing Mrs. Matias to encourage FOB to also surrender, the 203rd Infantry Brigade said. Last month, Mrs. Matias informed Job that FOB went on medical leave from the armed group and she was staying at an undisclosed address in Laguna guarded by a handler. Mrs. Matias relayed that her daughter wants to surrender and rebuild her life. Job directly informed us of FOB's desire to surrender upon which a rescue mission was organized, it added. The Infantry Brigade said Matias, her mother, and her boyfriend all executed sworn statements to attest to what has transpired. The Army also said that Matias requested that she stay in an army camp for her family's safety, adding that she had a medical checkup where she was found to have extracardia, a condition in which the heart is abnormally positioned. This medical condition is one of the reasons why FOB surrendered. Accordingly, the armed group, while allowing her to go on medical leave, refused to extend financial support for her checkups. This further exacerbated the long list of issues she had with the organization that caused her to be disillusioned, the Infantry Brigade said. The Office of the Civil Defense said the country must work double time to further enhance disaster response capabilities despite the improvements it has implemented. We have made some gains, but we should not stop because the typhoons are also stronger. We should check if we have enough systems in place. If not, we must continuously improve, OCD Administrator Undersecretary Ariel Nepomuceno said in a statement Thursday night. He added that these measures are needed considering that global disasters are expected to worsen in the coming years. I wish it weren't true, but it is a science-based prediction, Nepomuceno said, referring to the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction's projection that disasters will increase by 40% by 2030. So we must give this primary importance and a sense of urgency. We must do what we can before it gets too late, he added. Underscoring the importance of collaboration and cooperation during disasters, Nepomuceno added that the Philippines is eager to share its knowledge and experience in disaster management with other countries. Not a single country in the world can face disasters alone. Even a rich country like Turkey needed assistance in dealing with a major disaster, he said, referring to the devastating 2023 earthquake that resulted in more than 50,000 deaths and countless injuries. Nepomuceno also cited the significance of investing in disaster mitigation to reduce the impact of future calamities. We should not neglect our investments in disaster resilience. These investments will save our lives, he added. The Philippines hosted for the first time the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference in Disaster Risk Reduction this week, gathering governments, civil society organizations, the private sector, science, academia, and stakeholder groups to strengthen cooperation on disaster resilience and risk reduction in the Asia-Pacific region. About 4,000 delegates from 70 countries gathered in Manila to put urgency on strengthening regional efforts to ensure a safer future for all. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is confident that Filipino enterprises, craftsmen, and artisans have a strong position in the global market. He said this in his speech at the Manila Fame 2024 trade show at the World Trade Center in Plaza City on Friday. You can really see that Pinoys, well, anyway, maybe I am a Filipino, gawa ng Pinoy yan. You know, because there is always a touch of humor, there's a touch of charm, there's always a touch of softness and gentleness, he said, referring to the products in the exhibit. I am so confident that we will do well in the world market, he continued. According to Marcos, the design industry contributes 7.1 to 7.2% of the country's gross domestic product, which translates to millions of pesos. So all of the reasons for us to do this and to do it properly are therefore for the government, for the country, for all of our practitioners, and we will do everything that we can so that the world will know even better how good Filipinos are. Ingong galing ng Pinoy makita ng buong mundo, he said. The Manila Fame 2024 trade show will run from October 17 to 19. This year's showcase features creations that highlight crafters' skills in transforming the Philippines' abundant raw materials into functional and visually captivating pieces. Time for the international headlines as China posts its slowest growth in a year and a half on Friday as authorities come under pressure to follow up a recent slew of stimulus with more action to reignite the world's #2 economy. Authorities have since last month unveiled a raft of measures to kickstart sluggish consumption and address a prolonged and debilitating debt crisis in the country's colossal property sector. After a blistering market rally fueled by hopes for a long-awaited bazooka stimulus, optimism has tapered as authorities refrain from providing a specific figure for the payout or detailing any of the pledges. On Friday, Beijing's National Bureau on Statistics said the economy expanded 4.6% year-on-year in the third quarter, down from 4.7% in the previous 3 months and the slowest since early 2023, when China was emerging from its strict zero-COVID policy. However, it was slightly better than the 4.5% predicted by analysts surveyed by Aegis Press. The NBS on Friday acknowledged a complicated and severe external environment, as well as new problems of domestic economic development, describing China's economic performance in the first 3 quarters as generally stable. Still, NBS figures showing a forecast beating rise in September retail sales, a gauge of consumer activity, provided a ray of light after a string of below-par readings on a range of indicators, including inflation, investment, and trade. And ahead of the data, state media said the country's top banks had cut interest rates on yuan deposits for the second time this year as part of a move to boost lending. Beijing has said it has full confidence in achieving its annual growth goal of 5%, but economists say more direct fiscal stimulus is needed to revive activity and restore business confidence. Recent weeks have seen authorities unveil a array of measures to funnel cash into the economy, including a string of rate cuts and loosen restrictions on home buying. But investors are clamoring for more specifics on how Beijing will shift its economy towards a consumption-driven model that can sustain long-term growth and away from one based on government investment. Now for the showbiz news, an art exhibit aimed at spreading awareness on breast cancer will feature the works of celebrities including fashionista, heart evangelista, and young actress Heaven Peralejo. The exhibit is part of the celebration of Women's Art and Awareness Week at the South Wing Activity Center of GH Mall in San Juan City from October 18 to 27. The 10-day event hopes to spread awareness on breast cancer and promote women's empowerment by celebrating the works of art that they create. Several talks are also scheduled, touching on various topics that concern women. Aside from Evangelista and Peralejo, the other actresses who will display their works in the exhibit are Sofia Andres, Lotla de Leon, Banks Garcia, Elizabeth Oropesa, Miki Frilos, Nadia Montenegro, and Melissa Mendez. Filipino beauty queens will also take part in the 10-day activity, with 2021 Mrs. Tourism Universe Hemelin Escudero Tamayo showcasing her artwork in the exhibit. Sarah Carbanel, the first ever winner of the Miss Tourism Worldwide pageant, and 1997 Pining Pilipinas Universe Abigail Arenas de Leon will conduct talks. Free breast cancer screenings will also be offered on October 25 from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the G Strip of GH Mall. Other featured artists in the exhibit are Ana Kenti, Girly May Robano, Bella Montenegro, Ana Win Capili, Michelle de Dios, Pamdel, Zarina Krishna, Marie Zahar Carville, Lydia Velasco, Oliver Marquez, Las Lip, Jeff Dahilan, Renato Cheang, Gene Artanco, Villasper, and Anita Del Rosario, and Marco Bello. Aside from Nier and De Leon, senior actor Les Raimundo is also set to lead a discussion. Other speakers include Chuchuco Martinez and Pilar Mojo. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for koolNews at 4. As always, if you have any news suggestions or feedback that you'd like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will return with more news headlines with koolNews at 6 later before my Tulugan. Until later at 6, I'm Caro. Stay safe and good afternoon.